present my team's chatbot script. First of all, we're gonna say hello to the chatbot. The chatbot will welcome us in here. While he saying what is our name, then we will write our name. Then he will ask us if we are ready to start, and if we are ready to start, we will jump into the Module 1, the Foundations of Debt Securities. And in the Module 1, the Foundations of Debt Securities, the bot will say, let's start with Module 1, Foundations of Debt Securities. This module will introduce you to the basics of debt securities, including definitions, types of debt, instruments like government, corporate, and municipal bonds, and how bonds work, like interest payments, maturity dates, and ratings. Then it will throw some options for the issuer, which are introduction to debt securities, types of debt instruments, and how bonds work. Then you can type the one that you want. In this case, we chose types of debt instruments. And the chatbot will answer the primary types of debt securities are bonds, long-term investments paying fixed interest, notes similar to bonds but typically with short-term maturities, bills, short-term securities with maturities of less than a year, debentures, unsecured bonds backed by the creditworthiness of the issuer. Then, after the bot has stopped explaining us, you can ask him about another thing, like how bonds work, and he will answer that bonds function through the following key concepts. Interest payments, bondholders receive regular payments known as coupon payments, usually paid semi-annually. Maturity dates, each bond has a specified maturity date when the original investment, like the principal, is returned to the bondholder. Then bond ratings, bonds are rated by agencies based on their credit quality, affecting interest rates and investor confidence. Then, after explaining us all of this, the bot will ask us, now that we've completed the first module, we can jump to the second. Do you want to move on? Then we will answer yes, and it will move us to the Module 2, Investments, Dynamic and Risk Debt Securities. Then the Module 2, Investment Dynamic and Risk in Debt Securities flow, the chatbot will welcome us with this message. Welcome to the Investments Dynamics and Risk in Debt Security model. What would you like to learn? And again, it will throw some options like understanding risk and return, interest rates and yield concepts, macroeconomic impact, and debt markets. Also, interest rates and yield concepts. And then you can ask again, like interest rates and yield concepts, and it will answer, in this lesson, we will define important terms related to interest rates and yield. Here are a few concepts. And he will tell you different concepts like the coupon rate, the yield to call, and also the bills. Then you can ask him about the macroeconomic impact on debt markets, another option. And he will answer about the inflation, the economic cycles, the maturity dates, the bond ratings. And after that, the bond will ask if we want to jump to the third, or do we want to continue to restart it. If we answer yes, we will go to Module 3, which is Module 3, Advanced Debt Investment Strategies Flow. And well, it will welcome us with another message that is, welcome to the Advanced Debt Investment Strategies module. What would you like to learn? It will throw also some options, and depending on the option you choose, it will answer. For example, here the user decided to ask about portfolio diversification with debt instruments. And in this lesson, we focus on portfolio diversification strategies using debt instruments. Diversification helps managing risk by spreading investment across various assets. Here are some key strategies. Also, mixing asset types combine different types of debt securities, such as government, corporate, and municipal bonds, to balance risk and return. It will also answer about maturity diversification and credit quality. Then you can ask him about the taxation and risk management in the debt security, which is another option. And it will answer about the tax considerations, tax deferred accounts, bond duration, and understanding duration helps manage the interest rate risk in your bond portfolio. Then, like, this is the last module. Since this is the last module, it will ask if you want to continue or do you have another, if you have doubts about any other module. And if the answer is no, you will jump into the quiz with the real life scenarios. And the investment real life scenarios are you being welcomed with a message again in which the chatbot will say, "Welcome to the investment scenarios chatbot. You can explore various scenarios to learn about debt securities and investment strategies. Which scenario would you like to start with?" And it will ask you to choose, and depending on which one you use, it will ask you a question about that topic. And since we asked him about deciding when to buy a bond in a changing interest rate environment, it will ask you, you are considering whether to buy a bond now or wait for rates to increase. What will you decide? And it will throw you some options like wait to buy the bond or buy now, assuming bonds prices will increase with rates. If you choose the correct answer, which is wait to buy the bond, it will throw you to the next question, and if it's the incorrect question, it will give you some feedback. Then you can ask him about any other topic that you choose, which will be planning a tax efficient portfolio with municipal bonds, and then it will throw you another question, which is you're in a high tax bracket and we want a steady tax efficient income. You're comparing corporate bonds with high yields and municipal bonds that offer tax benefits. What will you choose? And again, it will throw you two options. And since if you choose the correct option, which is choose municipal bonds for their tax exempt benefits, it will give you congratulations, and it will tell you awesome job, you are now ready to start investing. Remember, I'm always here for you if you need guidance. Happy investing. And it will be the end of the chatbot, the use of the chatbot. Thank you very much, and I hope you like our chatbot.